the Paper Bag Chronicles is essentially a fashion wellness brand, right? So with it being a fashion wellness brand, we focus on how do you feel before you put your clothes on. It all stemmed from me literally for my for-profit brand. It's Kiss by Bo. We do luxury denim brand. It's a luxury denim brand, right? And essentially, I seen a gap in the industry when it came to women and how they felt in their clothes. Like I would style them to the nines, like kill it, right? But they just didn't feel good in the end. I'm like, yo, I did my job. So once I did my job, what's going on with you, right? So then I seen that there was a missing link. So I wanted to change the narrative of how women felt in their clothes. You feel me? Before they put the clothes on. So the question is, can you rock a paper bag? And how do you rock a paper bag? And how do you feel before you put your clothes on? So that's what it's really all about. Our goal is really to take over the world, right? We're trying to disrupt the industry one woman at a time, right? So with that, we have our podcast, we have our fashion wellness boxes, we're trying to do a fashion wellness summit, things of that nature, right? So we're really trying to change the narrative of how women feel before they put their clothes on. That pre-clothing ritual, whatever you have, we're trying to change that narrative of how they feel.
I'm deserving of all of the love that I put into the world. I'm deserving of all good things. No perverted nature.
I've been doing the Paper Bag Chronicles since 2019 as an extension of Kiss by Bo. So when I did my fashion shows, we did confidence fashion shows. Like we had paper bags on the actual runway. So we've been doing that. So now it's more or less put all those moving pieces together and make it a holistic nonprofit brand. You feel me? And so the people who I had before supporting me in regards to the events and stuff like that, I put them on my board. You know what I'm saying? People who I feel like could really help the board out and have fundraising ideas, or people who they can connect us with, or just people who love the brand or fashion wellness and who are into that. And then I have an advisory board, which is like everybody else who just you can only have a certain amount of people on your board, right, that you should, right? But then I have my advisory board, which is everybody else who just like friends who have knowledge in different arenas who would help me out in that aspect as well. So the steps is just figuring out what I want to do, and then figuring out the programs. Like then I was looking at nonprofit for newbies, and then I've been connected with Columbus Legal Aid Society, which are amazing. I'm filing my nonprofit through them actually, but with me working with them, I'm able to see like, okay, this is what I need to do. Even with the podcast, they say the podcast really push and promote the nonprofit, things of that nature. So it's just really figuring out what you had to do, figuring out what you had to do, and putting people together to making the moving pieces work.
So user-friendly.
One lap.
I'm like, anybody can do
Raising Peak is
this.
not affiliated with NASCAR.
You really put your mind to it. You got a whole logo.
Being part of the Paper Bag Chronicles, knowing Braisha for our entire lives, when she came to me with this idea of this nonprofit, it was such a thing that was needed. I worked in the fashion industry and retail for over a decade, and like she said, you could style people to the nines, and they just really did not love what they had on because they didn't love how they felt before they put their clothes on. And seeing that gap is something that needs to be filled, and her putting this initiative forward and making it a space where we're helping women kind of heal from societal norms and traumas of saying that we're not good enough. It's definitely a place where you can come and just feel good about yourself, learn to build that confidence, so no matter what, you can rock a paper bag.
1,000 miles, guaranteed. 5 stars for engine, pencil.
So this event really is like the first event of the Paper Bag Chronicles being a nonprofit. We're launching our ebook. It's called Stylist as a Mother, because I'm a mom, right? But it's Stylist as a Mother. And it's 5 ways that you can rock any outfit, even a paper bag. And so that's what the ebook is about. And we're going to go through the 5 steps to rock a paper bag, right, guys? So like the title of the event is called Can You Rock a Paper Bag? And so we're going to go through that. And so essentially, we're going to talk about your style personality. Like, what is that style personality? What is that? We're going to talk about the self-love equation, because you got to first of all love yourself before you can do anything. That's the confidence piece, right? Then we're going to talk about tuning out external voices, because people always want to tell you what they want to tell you or their opinion of you, but they're not you. They do not matter. You feel me? And then we're going to talk about just body positivity, things of that nature, right? So we're just going to break down each chapter and have a conversation. I want them to leave loving themselves better than what they came in with. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it's all about. We're just going to be in there loving on ourselves, loving on each other. It's just really so they can leave out that room like, yo, I can too rock a paper bag. I can. And that's what it's all about.